got my ridge piece here, and I just cut it long so that I could just run it over here and slide it up and down the roof until it's level. And I'll just set a level on it. If I can find one. Oh, we got multiple levels.
Take a pick.
Oh yeah.
Blue, yellow.
Okay, so I'm gonna slide it up the roof. Okay, that's level. I'm gonna measure for one rafter here and cut it and see if we ended up with what we wanted. So my points I'm gonna measure here are from corner of ridge to the corner of the outside here is 29. Should be the same. Okay, so they're not 28 and 3/8. That means this thing is leaned. So 28 and 3, so 28 and a half. Call it 28 and a half both ways. Son of a gun! Help! Wow. All right, 6/12. Oh yeah, thanks, buddy. And from that point, 28 and a half. I'm gonna kind of just make an arc. We're over 1 3/4 crosses that at 6/12. Should be right there. And then 24/12 going this way. That should be it. Finally got my rafters put in here, and there's only 4 of them, and then I'm just gonna have a little valley sleeper board that runs up here for the sheathing to catch on there, and that's it. And it worked out pretty good. I was a little bit off. I was actually less off than I thought it was, because I went and chamfered the edge of this off thinking that was too high, but it really just needed to slide over with the other rafter. So it all worked out, and I think it's gonna be fine. And it took me forever, and I can't move. It was kind of a pain.
Oh, there's your partner.
Yeah. I will say that it's a little harder to frame these small ones, as far as if your angles are off just a little, your length or whatever, it's exaggerated compared to framing like a big, long rafter space. You know, you can be off quite a bit, and it just sort of, you don't notice.
Yeah, it gets eaten up in the length.
It gets eaten up. Yeah, the shorter the rafters are, the more accurate it feels like everything has to be to line up. So
that's why we put you on this, bub.
Yeah, right.
Mr. Accuracy.
I think all you need is a piece running the angle on the roof, right? To catch the.
Come on, bro. We're way ahead of you. That was 4 steps ago, bro.
I did run all of these overhangs just long and square. Now I'm just gonna level over from the bottom of these to get my bottom mark, then cut a plumb cut on these to make the fascia height the same, even though there's no fascia, it's just gonna be a gutter. The fascia gutter needs to wrap around and be at the same height, basically. And also I'm gonna have to wait until we put some 1x decking on this to run out to support the overhang or the fascia on this side, the way the other ones were built. We're just matching it. And that's the only thing supporting the overhang was those planks, which I think is plenty strong for like an 8 or 10 inch overhang like we're gonna do. Yep, it looks good. So now I'm gonna just level over from that.
I think we should do another one here first before we do that one.
And where that crosses, that's gonna be the vertical cut. 6/12 common across that point. Boom. That should be it. Oh shit. Ow! Watch out for that. Holy crap. I can measure my valley sleeper boards that need to go in here, just using 1.5 inch scrap to gauge where the corner of 1.5 inch is going to cross the top of the ridge and the corner of these rafters here. And then I can measure it and kind of guess on the angles is usually what I do. Believe it or not, because it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna call it right there. Okay, so now I can get a long-to-long measurement and slap that in, and the sheathing will just run across the corner of it just like that. I'm not gonna cut that bevel on it. Don't really need to. I mean, you could. 46.5 is tight. It doesn't need to be tight. I've got this sleeper tacked here, and you can see that now the sheathing will plane out and just run right across the corner of that and run across the top of both of these, all in plane, and then we'll just shoot through the edge of that into this sheathing. It'll all tie together. And I did drop this in just a little, like 3/16, because these rafters were like 3/16 short of this beam. That's why the chamfer thing and all that happened. So I did catch that by doing this move and checking that it all planed out on top. So I'm gonna do that on the other side, and she is ready for sheathing. Look at that. You may have to put a cut in it or something. I don't know, to get it to origami around that thing.
Like here?
Yeah, wherever it's wrinkling up.
If I just cut here.
It would likely be, oh man, it's just going everywhere. What I would do is actually cut it in the middle here and sort of lap it under itself. Right where that big wrinkle you're getting is.
Start at the top.
Yep. And you may have to just patch another piece over it if you feel like it's not.
This one's gonna fold over.
Oh,
the
okay.
top.
So, all right, and then you're probably gonna have to do another cut there. Or you can just sort of do that.
Hold on.
Yeah, make sure it stays down there. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to do another cut there to kind of let it spread there. Yeah. Yeah. I cut it right there. Yep. Wow. I'm back at the office edition to tell you about today's video sponsor, Vever. Today we're checking out their rotary hammer drill, and I'm gonna use it today to drill a bunch of 1/2-inch holes into the concrete through our bottom plates here, because the way I had fastened it using cut nails, it's no longer in the code book. Cut nails are gone, not in the code book. So I'm gonna go in with a bunch of 1/2-inch Tapcon anchoring bolts to hold this thing down and pass code. First of all, just like all of Vever's tools, the price is amazing. This drill is only $109.99. So this is a 1/2-inch chuck SDS drill. We have another drill that's a smaller one. You can definitely feel the difference on the power on this, and you can go up to a 1 9/16 drill bit, which is a monster. This drill really has a ton of power, and I'll bet it drills holes twice as fast as the other drill we have, and really easily. Vever's rotary hammer has a 1600 watt 13 amp motor that delivers 3600 beats per minute, and it's adjustable. You can dial it up or down depending on the application, which is really nice. You can also quickly switch between modes for rotation only or hammer only, or rotation and hammer. I'm using the rotation and hammer for drilling the holes, and I'm also testing that out with a chisel and hammer only, and this thing will really eat away some material. It also has a 360-degree locking handle, so you can spin that around and get it out of the way when you're working in different locations. The set includes a 3/4 rotary bit, the chisel, the drill, wrenches you need to work on it, lubricant, and a nice carrying case. After drilling a bunch of holes with this Vever rotary hammer, I was really impressed with it. So if you've got a project where you need to drill some concrete or chip some concrete, I would definitely check it out. There's a link down in our video description that'll take you directly to the drill on their website. And if you use code VVPRO, you'll get an extra 5% off. Also, make sure to check out Vever's Activity of the Month. If you get involved, you have a chance to win some really cool prizes. Thank you, Vever, for sponsoring our video. Let's get back to work. This is where Jaime and Arlo boxed in so that you don't have to roof way up under this shallow little slot right here. And we've got the ice and water shield running down it. They'll step flash against that and back in there. And I don't think we'll have that major roof leak again like there was there before, because it's kind of a weird spot for sure.
Why didn't they just take it all the way out to the end? You wouldn't have to go underneath it at all.
You could have done that. Then you would end up with this maybe taller spot than flashing would cover and look good, and you'd have to put siding there. Like right now, it's just like flashing height vertical.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming and saving the day on that ice and water on us, buddy.
Oh yeah, right. I just happened to walk up right in time to Save the day. You were just gonna mash it flat, weren't you? You're just gonna.
Hey, it's what we did all day long. It's been
Dude,
working
it's
fine.
been working. We
Really?
Just,
You
dude,
just
we
mashed the
stretched-
wrinkles out of
we
it?
Stretched that
Really?
stuff. Yeah.
Ah, I didn't even know it'd stretch.
Oh, you pull on anything long enough, it'll stretch.
We're back at it this morning, and we're gonna start by doctoring up this foundation with some evolved stone to make it look a lot nicer, because right now it looks pretty bad. And we're gonna tuck it up under the siding, which is nice, and then we'll go up with the siding. Evolved Stone did send us some of these ledge stones, and that would be an example of what you could do if you could not tuck this up underneath the siding like we're gonna do. You could attach these to your surface and flash out over top of it, which would look really good as well. So thank you, Evolved Stone, for hooking us up here, and we're gonna get to it. One awesome thing is that the homeowner did come in and trench out below grade and then pressure washed all this for us so we could get going. So we don't have to do that. So thanks, Ben. We're gonna start by attaching a little board for our stones to sit on because we're gluing them. And that'll just hold them up from wanting to slide at all until the glue cures and sticks permanently. But this is not fun. It's like impossible to drill a hole 1 inch into this old concrete with the hammer drill.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted. So we're gonna put minimal, like maybe 3 screws in this whole stretch and then start setting the stone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Look up Monday morning in dictionary. It's got a picture of us sitting out here trying to do this right here.
Yeah. Oh my God. You drilled it too high.
What do you mean I drilled it? You started it.
Can we go home now?
Oh, there it is.
Perfect. Ray's getting our first pieces primed up with this Volcom 171 primer. That's gonna help the glue stick. And we're using this trim grip glue, comes in a caulk tube. And very importantly, we're gonna apply it in vertical strips, like lines, so that if water were to get between the stone and this masonry, it could just drain out to the bottom and wouldn't get stuck in there.
Oh man.
Man.
You got the true grip all on you. What are you doing with my sock? That was our rag, not
Oh
that.
my gosh, this stuff is impossible. This is going pretty fast, especially compared to like actual masonry stonework, because it's like modular. They're kind of fit together without having to cut them much. And if you do have to cut them, they just cut with like an oscillating tool or a circular saw. Pretty fast and easy, so this is gonna look amazing really quickly.
You're like a freaking mason.
I kind of broke my cardinal rule here. Generally, I like to start in the least visible location when you're starting something like this that's a little bit artistic as far as how you piece it together and, you know, how many small pieces, how many big pieces, how much stagger. I'm pretty happy with this section. I did get a little more like linear on the horizontal without as many breaks in the bond in this section as I did over there. But overall, it was super fast and I think it looks pretty good.
I think it looks great.
Yeah,
boss.
it does look great, doesn't it? Thank you. Appreciate that.
Bro, you got super linear right there.
All
man.
right,
What's
hey.
up with that?
For any of the cut edges, like I had to cut a few right there, you can see the stone looks a little different. I'm just gonna take some Thompson's water seal and hit it. And then we're gonna wipe the surface and it'll bring it back to the same finish as the rest of the material. So that's a pretty cool way to get rid of that. Quick and easy. Definitely worth a mention that this evolved stone is not normally applied with glue to a masonry wall like we're doing. The real advantage of this is that you can shoot through it with a finish gun. So if you're putting it on a wall that's like a sheathed wall like that, you literally just hold it up, pop, pop, shoot a few nails in it. The nails kind of disappear in the roughness of the finish. And so you can absolutely fly even compared to what we're doing here. And that's why we initially found this product, because it was a great way for a bunch of construction guys that are used to working with wood to do some stonework and have it happen very quickly and look good. Arlo's wife just came by, and now you're doing stone on your foundation, buddy. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
She was like, oh my gosh, it looks so cute.
Thanks a lot.
I finally climbed up here with Jaime. He's fitting the last board, and I think he's doing something really smart like usual. He's leaving a lot of extra length down there so that as he fits this and it kind of goes further and further in, who knows how much further really,
Don't know.
it's still going to be the right length down there after he chops it flush with the rest of them.
That's right.
You don't have to try and measure it.
Yeah, I like to eliminate that as a factor so I can just focus on this, worry about that separately.
Yeah, that's going to save you a lot of time.
I think so. You might be tempted to think that I don't have a plan. I'm just kind of shooting in the dark, maybe. And you're right. This is not pretty. Really what matters is that underneath, it looks like it fits.
Yeah.
And the top, it doesn't really matter at all. We are going to put another layer of zip system over this. I could stop. I don't know why I'm still even working on this. I should have stopped a long time ago. But it's good. It's all good. We're getting there.
Got another side done here, and it's making all the world of difference covering up that old block work. And what's crazy is it looks pretty good, but I'm not measuring anything. I'm literally just eyeballing and then cutting with a grinder with no marking, no tapes, and still it looks really, really good. So I'm happy with that.
That's the one. Hey, now shoot this.
Taking Ray's job?
Dude, against my better judgment, yes.
All right.
Ray!
Jamie said he's got something he needs to show me or tell me, and this better not be some elaborate dad joke.
Believe it or not, there's no joke yet associated with this task, but it's something kind of unusual. Fixing the edge of the soffit, and it's already underneath the sheathing. It was busted up somehow during our deconstruction of the roof, and it's really visible underneath the window right there. In any other place almost on the house, I wouldn't bother to repair this, but since you can look up and see it, had to fix it.
All right.
Come on up.
Look, you set me a ladder up and
I
everything.
did. Look at that. I'm doing the construction. I'm getting the camera crew set up. All right. I will briefly
There's the piece
tell
that
you
was
what
busted
happened
up.
there. I even saved it for
Okay.
you. All right. That was right there. You can see. Yep. And pretty nasty looking, you know, pretty obvious splinter.
We missed that when we were resheathing.
Yep.
Should have
All
caught
right.
it, but we didn't.
So I overcut the zip board.
Yep.
So that I could patch back a new piece. I cut a replacement that's brand new. I went ahead and pre-drilled the holes and installed these 2.5-inch GRK screws to reattach it now. But guess what happened? Look at this. Boom, right into a knot.
Yeah.
So I said, no, I got to redo that. So I moved the screw because that'll just bust it right wide open.
Yep.
I mean, no good at all. All right, so let's get it put in here. I am going to use a healthy
I've never
amount.
done this before exactly what you're doing.
I have not either. Some Lexel. Ooh, I'm getting a little wild with it. All right, nice and sticky right there. I like it like that. Just kind of grab that and smash it in there real nice. Let's just hope none of my screws really go astray here when they're going
Yeah.
into the edge.
Did you save your piece of sheathing?
It's a little risky. No, I didn't, but I did cut a new one. Woo! Yeah,
Okay.
Yep, that's looking good. There we go. Uh-huh. Good. Now, I made a new piece because this piece had a joint up here, and it kind of fell apart, right? So I just made one new piece. Now, just to be certain that this piece is not compromised in any way,
Yeah, blow that off of there.
I am going to go ahead and stick another layer here of Lexel so that it all gets stuck to the piece of sheathing.
Wow.
And while I'm at it, I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure all of it's really good.
This one piece will be here forever, even if the rest blows away.
I don't know why you wouldn't, actually. So there we go. That right there. Now, if I zip tape it, it'd probably just stay, but I guess I'll shoot it.
Yeah, I would try to shoot it in that rafter.
And I guess
shoot
I'll
it there.
just
You'll
shoot
just cut it with the grinder. Yep.
Yeah, we'll just have to.
Those are shooting through. You didn't wonder. Those
Yeah.
are shooting through. If you wondered why we're gonna have to cut them with a grinder.
That's pretty bad. Now these holes right here, I'm not worried about that because the drip edge is going to cover that.
Okay.
And that right there is about the best fix I can come up with.
Very good. Glad it wasn't a dad joke. Kind of wrapping up today, and we got a lot done. We're like 2/3 of the way around with our evolved stone on the foundation. Then over here, the guys have got siding going up really quick because it's not a huge house, so it's going to go up really fast. Now that it's kind of like a new construction type setup with our siding, corner boards, trim, and we've got the geckos. Go nuts. Got Arlo cutting with a brand new Thunder blade.
With the ox. Is that the ox? Yeah. Look
You
out.
like it?
Seems okay. I don't know. How many teeth is it?
I don't know, 24. It says
24.
how many teeth is it?
Well, no, I mean, if it had a few more, it'd be a little finer cut. But it's okay.
It's
okay.
That thing's ripping fast.
It's more of a framing thing, but it's working good. It's
Nice.
sharp.
And it's finally above freezing here in North Carolina. It still is February, but we've switched back to the big stretch for the siding. We were using Lexel when it was cold because it doesn't freeze. We're finishing the day by finishing this peel and stick underlayment by Zip System, and it doesn't have to be here, right?
No, they designed the zip system sheathing to not need an additional layer before your shingles go on, right?
Yeah.
It's like a water barrier coating, I
Yes.
guess, that they put on it. They call it an overlay, I think. But I tell you what, I really like seeing this Zip System peel and stick ice and water shield on here because it just adds that extra layer of protection for like all the nails that hold your shingles on. It's kind of self-sealing around every nail hole. And let's just say maybe some of your shingles blew off in some bad weather event and you didn't notice it for a couple days, which actually has happened on my own house, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Because it's up on a spot where I can't even see the roof. I
Yeah.
was out in the driveway one day and I looked over in the edge of the woods and I saw shingles. I thought, wow, those look like my shingles. That's weird. And then I thought, those are my shingles. And I went on the roof and there was a patch about 4 feet by 4 feet that blew away.
Right.
So, anyway.
I think if we had it our way, we would just put this stuff on the whole surface of every roof just because there's going to be 1,000 nail holes in it later and shingles can blow off. I think it's a good idea if you have the money extra, or even if you don't have the money, I would consider finding the money, I think, to do it. If
Whatever you
just
have
go
to
look around and find it.
God, I wish it was that easy.
Let's see if I can find some. There it is.
You
There's
should
some
be
money.
a financial advisor.
Yes, just find some money. So yeah, I think it's a good idea. I would say it's a good idea to do like in the valleys and around the eaves, kind of no matter what.
At least the valleys. They are such
Yeah.
a leak-prone
Yes.
area. Even for us, and we know what we're doing. We kind of know what we're doing. We still have had some leaks in the valleys for whatever reasons.
Yeah.
Yo, Eric Ramsey, just find the money.